next comments for the weather. We'll continue with it as soon as we can. But now we must give probably the most important information of the day. Fabian Tablado, the murderer of Carolina Aló, is going to jail. The court had decided it in the last hour. For those who don't remember the case, we'll review it. On May 27th of the 1996, Carolina Aló was murdered by her boyfriend, Fabian Tablado. He stabbed her 113 times in a house in Tigre, Buenos Aires. Let's remember that she was 17 years old and he was 20.
Fabian hit her many times. I knew it because she told me, but she always hid it from her parents. Fabian imagined that Carolina was cheating on him with a friend. He had spoken about killing them. Both he made up a whole story, but she would have given her life for Fabian. She told her father not to interfere, that she was going to stay with him.
That was Christian Baldo's testimony, Carolina's cousin. Now we'll continue with Edgardo Aló's one, Carolina's father.
They would fight and make up right away, like two kids. What I didn't like about Fabian was his inner self. He wrote her letters with swastikas. I disliked that more than the clothes he wore and the earrings he had. Carolina wasn't rebellious with me, but it was difficult to manage that relationship. One day I saw him punching Carolina in the stomach in the corner of my street, so I kicked him out. 10 days before the murder, they weren't seeing each other anymore, except at school.
This time we'll hear Fabian's father, Miguel Ángel Tablado.
When he started dating Carolina, Fabian was hanging out with a group of skinheads. He met them at a nightclub, but he realized they were Nazi. He dumped them. It was very difficult for him to open up. They beat him up, and twice he came home with his head smashed in. I put him to work with me in the workshop. I wanted to have him close by and help him.
It was during this time that Fabian attempted suicide using his father's revolver. Gustavo Rumpert is the next speaker.
He was drunk and he locked himself in his parents' bedroom. It took 4 of us to break the lock of the door and to grab him to prevent him from killing himself with the revolver. Fabian's violence could be directed against others or against himself, so it's not surprising that he tried to commit suicide the night before the crime, as he told a friend. It doesn't matter whether Carolina was cheating on him or not, the fatal outcome would have been the same, unless his friends and family hadn't accepted the violence as something normal. But no one dared to criticize Fabian, to report the situation, or to ask for help for Carolina.
It's possible that those silences make the tragedy possible. Like the structure of a tragedy, there's a logic behind the stab wounds with which Carolina died. It's the logic of violence, with its recurring cycle of beatings, reconciliation, impunity, and promises of change. In that logic, the murder was only the final, predictable act, foreshadowed by numerous signs that no one wanted to see. And because it was a tragedy, there was also a chorus of family and friends, people who participated in the drama even from afar, people who sense danger but remain silent. There is something deeply poignant about the murder of Carolina, and that is that it could undoubtedly have been prevented, as psychologist Irene Intevi from the Municipal Women's Directorate points out.
This wouldn't have happened if someone had understood that jealousy was the perfect excuse for violence.
Carolina wouldn't be dead if someone had told her that she didn't have to tolerate the beatings, that she wasn't to blame for those